6 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. The Prime Minister has appealed to all the political forces to get united against anti-Pakistan elements. The Minister of State for Law has reaffirmed the government's determination to root out terrorism and restore peace in the country. Rescue operation in the blast-hit mosque of the police lines Peshawar has been completed. The Finance Minister says Pakistan is committed to work with the International Monetary Fund for reaching an agreement to complete the 9th review under the Extended Fund Facility. Registration of transgender persons in the Benazir Kafalat program has begun across the country. The All Parties Hurriyat Conference has urged the United Nations to stop New Delhi from carrying out brutal and undemocratic actions in the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. And now the news in detail. The Prime Minister Mohammad Shahbaz Sharif has appealed to all the political forces to get united against anti-Pakistan elements. In a tweet today, he said terrorists, through their despicable actions, want to spread fear and paranoia among the masses and reverse our hard-earned gains against terrorism and militancy. The Prime Minister said his message to all the political forces is one of unity, and we can fight our political fights later. Winding up the discussion in the Senate today on the recent acts of terrorism in the country, the Minister of State for Law, Shahadat Awan, has reaffirmed the government's determination to root out terrorism and restore peace in the country. He said the entire nation is aggrieved over the Peshawar incident. He said our law enforcement agencies have the capability to deal with the menace. He, however, stressed the need for national unity and cohesion to deal with it. Later, the House was adjourned to meet again on Friday. The caretaker Chief Minister Khyber Pakhtunkhwa Muhammad Azam Khan says 95 people embraced martyrdom in the Peshawar blast. Talking to the media along with Inspector General Police Muazzam Jah Ansari in Peshawar today, he said a total of 221 people got injured in the unfortunate incident. The caretaker chief minister assured full support of the government to the brave police force of the province. He lauded the valor of the people of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa during this tragic incident. Muhammad Azam Khan said the provincial government will provide all possible assistance to the victims of the Peshawar blast. Speaking on the occasion, the Inspector General Police Muazzam Jah Ansari said about 10 to 12 kilograms of explosive was used in yesterday's blast. He said a joint investigation team has been formed to ascertain the facts behind the security lapse. The Inspector General Police said the police forces determining the militant groups behind this terrorist incident. He added that the culprits and their facilitators will be taken to their logical end. Referring to the compensation package for the blast victims, he said the government will announce financial compensation for the bereaved families according to its specified formula. About the security lapse, Muazzam Jah Ansari said strict action will be taken against the responsible ones. Earlier, Fatiha was offered for the martyred souls on the occasion. Emergency Service Rescue 1122 has completed search and rescue operation in the collapsed mosque of police lines blast. Rescue 1122 spokesman Bilal Faizi said Rescue 1122 teams transferred 146 people to the hospital during the operation, including 94 injured and 54 martyred. He said 37 operational vehicles and 168 personnel of Rescue 1122 took part in the operation. He said the rescue teams transferred the bodies of the martyrs to Peshawar, Nowshera, Khyber, Swabi, Bannu and Dera Ismail Khan. The United Nations Security Council has condemned in strongest terms the suicide attack in Peshawar Mosque and called for those responsible for this heinous and cowardly action to be brought to justice. In a statement, the 15-member council expressed deepest sympathy and condolences to the families of the victims and to the government of Pakistan and wished a speedy and full recovery to those who were injured. Meanwhile, in a statement in Islamabad, the Embassy of China in Pakistan has strongly condemned the terrorist attack and extended condolences to the Pakistani people. This is Radio Pakistan. The Prime Minister Mohammad Shahbaz Sharif, appreciating the work being done by the United Nations Environment Programme, has called for enhanced efforts to address climate change, biodiversity loss and ecosystem degradation more effectively. He said this while meeting the Executive Director of the United Nations Environment Programme, Engineer Anderson, in Islamabad today. The Prime Minister said climate change is one of the defining issues of our times. He said, as one of the countries most vulnerable to climate change, Pakistan fully appreciates the need for a global response to combat climate change and build resilience, and shares the efforts being undertaken by the government in this regard. On the occasion, NGA Anderson briefed the Prime Minister on the initiatives being taken by the United Nations Environment Programme in Pakistan and appreciated the active role that Pakistan is playing at the United Nations Environment Programme. The review mission of the International Monetary Fund, led by its chief Nathan Porter, called on the Finance Minister Mohammad Isaghdar in Islamabad today. The meeting discussed and reviewed the economic and fiscal policies and reforms agenda to accomplish the 9th review under the Extended Fund Facility. The Finance Minister briefed the mission on fiscal and economic reforms and measures taken by the government in different sectors, including bridging the fiscal gap, exchange rate stability, and in the energy sector for the betterment of the economy. He said reforms are being introduced in the power sector and a high-level committee has been formed for devising modalities to offset the menace of circular debt in the gas sector. Expressing the government's resolve to complete the current International Monetary Fund program, Isaghdar said Pakistan is committed to work with IMF for reaching an agreement to complete the 9th review under the Extended Fund Facility. On the occasion, the IMF mission chief expressed the confidence that Pakistan will meet the International Monetary Fund requirements for the completion of the 9th review. Registration of the transgender population in the Benazir Kafalat program being executed under the Benazir Income Support Program has started all across the country. According to Benazir Income Support Program, the transgender community, after getting their computerized national identity cards from NADRA, can register themselves at the Benazir Income Support Program Tehsil offices. After successful registration, they will receive a message from the number 8171, after which an amount of 7,000 rupees will be paid to them from POS agents or ATM machine. The decision of including the transgender community in the Benazir Kafalat program has been taken for the first time in the history in view of the social and economic hardships faced by the transgender community. In the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, incarcerated senior leader of the All Parties Hurriyat Conference, Shabbir Ahmed Shah, has denounced the attachment of Hurriyat office in Srinagar and said the Modi government can confiscate and attach public properties, but it cannot suppress the Kashmiris' spirit for freedom deeply rooted in their hearts and minds. According to Kashmir Media Service, Shabbir Ahmed Shah, in his message from New Delhi's infamous Tihar jail, termed the move as a part of the sinister agenda of India's ruling Rashtriya Swayam Sevak Sangh Bharatiya Janata Party nexus to silence the political dissent in the occupied territory. He warned the Indian apartheid regime of an inclusive uprising against the attempts to make the Kashmiris strangers in their own land. And finally, the weather report. Mainly cold and dry weather is likely to prevail in most parts of the country, while very cold conditions are likely in North Balochistan and upper parts of the country during the next 12 hours. However, light rain with light snowfall over the hills is expected at isolated places in Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and Gilgit-Baltistan during the period. Fog is likely to occur in the plain areas of the Punjab during night and morning hours. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch the live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.